Hello everyone, Fernando here. I'm just loading up a video real quick on the bow press that I made. Give y'all some views of it real quick. I haven't had time to work on it yet, but here probably in the next week I'll finish out the build. So as you can see, for the main base I use 2-inch square tubing, and then on the inside I use 1.5 inches, and for the arms I used 1.5 inches. The only bad thing about using 1.5 inches is it has a lot of play in it, so I had to weld these 1/8 washers all the way around to pick up some of that play. But I've only put them from here on in, so you'll only see maybe the first 3 once it'll be built. This handle, the handle I made out of some pipe I had laying around, I cut it with the bandsaw, welded these in, put a nut in the middle. That's 5/8 all thread. I have 5/8 all thread that runs in here, and inside that 1.5 inches I welded a 1/8 nut to catch the all thread. So as you, let's see if it doesn't, if I can get it not to fall. It's not. As you crank it, and I haven't greased it or anything, so it's kind of, as you crank it in, you see how it's coming in. That's what keeps it from spinning. And I put this back plate in there to keep everything in place, and I got a pin holding this together, so if I ever need to take it apart, I pull that cotter pin out, unscrew this wheel, and then you can slide the whole internal out and repair. Inside they have, well, here I'll just show you. So back to this first. I ended up finding some material I had laying around, and I welded a bolt to it just for handle purposes. All right, not the straightest. I mean, it's for me only, unless somebody's interested and wants one built, then of course I'll make it within so these are the fingers that I built so far. I built 4 of them. It was a 1-inch flat bar, 1/2 inch thick, and I got these dimensions. I forgot, I found them online. You can find, if you just Google bow press fingers, you get all sorts of dimensions, and it's a good starting point to build of what you want. But so far these came out decent. They're all pretty much the same. I ended up cutting them with the bandsaw, squaring them all off, so they're they're all pretty much the same. It's just, I think I have to give it more of an angle right here to where this one is pretty much straight up and down. So I might have to cut this one and this offset a little bit more angle, and then drill the 1/2 inch hole right here, and then weld another plate right here to catch both of these, and then drill and thread the hole right there, and put some all thread with some handles or something in there, so I can clamp it down if I need to come up or down. But I also ordered some fingers from a guy on eBay just to see what the difference. Obviously the ones I ordered on eBay, I think I paid $100, and they're cut out of a plasma, so it's gonna look a lot better. But I mean, these will work. This is probably what I'm gonna go with, but I ended up buying those other ones, so in case I do try the other ones and they fit as well and they fit better, then I'll probably build the other ones exactly like same as the ones I ordered. All right, so I'm gonna take this one apart real quick so y'all can see. All I gotta do is straighten out this cotter pin real quick. See, I pulled out this cotter pin out. That's usually that's just temporary till I figure something out. Like I said, This one's pretty much, I just built it to have one. And then this is the wheel. You can see the nut welded, all these little, I believe these are 1/2 inch. And they're just welded together to center the nut in the middle, to hold the nut in place. And then you just slide this out. And you can see, so it's 3. I got washers welded on all 4 sides to where it'll pick up that slack of the play that's inside this. I mean, you still got a little bit of play in there, but it's not gonna make a difference once you put your bow on there. And then in here, I have 2 5/8 nuts to keep the alternate from sliding out when you back it out, or from keep the alternate from going all the way in when you're tightening or loosening the bow. Let me just get this out real quick. So this is the alternate I have running. I have anti-seize in it right now to give it some kind of lube while I tighten it and loosen it. I ended up cutting this at 30 inches. My alternate, I cut it exactly 30 inches. It won't pass through of this. And if you can see right here, that's where I welded that nut. So it took a while to center that. So that's the only thing you really got to get in there kind of straight. I put it in the vise, leveled the square tubing, and then I tacked the top out of level, and then I put an alternate in there, put a level on that alternate, got my up and down, and then your side to side. After that, you should be good. But this is what slides in here. And then on here, like I said, these fingers are pretty much gonna go like this, and that's where your bow will sit. But yeah, but all in all, that's pretty much the whole build. Obviously, I'm gonna paint it once I'm get done with it. I capped the ends just with some plate I had laying around. This one I left it loose until I figure out exactly if this will ever hit or not. But it extends out pretty far, so I could pretty much do any 3D archery bows if I ever needed to. But on this end, I ended up, you can see I drilled a hole, put in the plate. I put a plate first, welded in place, and then I drilled a hole in the center, and that's where the piece of alternate sticks out. And it'll be this piece of alternate that sticks out, and then I drilled a hole. And I haven't decided if I'm gonna drill or tap it. If I tap it, I'll just end up tapping it, and that way I could put a quarter 20 or something. I drilled this at 732s, so I could tap it a lot easier. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys, on the bow spread wise. These are the main moving components, but I haven't had time lately. I've been busy at work, just coming back from the holidays, and really haven't been having much time to work on anything. But once we get situated at work and everything starts running smoothly, I'll have more free time. More free time to finish building this out and showing videos on how it'll go together. I wouldn't mind building these for a living, but I know I have to change the specs of them. I'm in the process of building one out of pipe, because there ain't none built out of pipe. But there's more to it when you build them out of pipe, for the reason that it's round and this is round. So as you rotate this handle, right, you're gonna rotate this handle with an auto thread. It's gonna rotate that arm that comes in and out. So I have to figure something out, which I kind of already have, but it would be a lot more work. So once I get that down, and I figured, hey, I could probably put these on the market or something, I will. But for now, I'm building these just to pretty much get started. On stuff. Just so I could build more things. And as you can see, as I crank this in, I mean, this thing's all the way extended out. I probably wouldn't go this far, but right now, extended out right now, I'm at 44 inches, so that's pretty good.